Okay, today we're going to show you, I've been asked whether these monitors can be hooked up to a computer, and the answer is yes, as long as your computer has some kind of RCA video output, or it can be an S-video output. If the camera points over here, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is just a regular laptop. Most people will actually end up putting a computer in their trunk. Just to give you an idea how the computer can be hooked up, this laptop has an S-video input, and what I've done, since the monitor uses RCA, we have an adapter here that goes from S-video to RCA. So what you do is you hook up the, there we go, you hook up the S-video, and then we have the adapter that goes to RCA. This yellow cable, RCA cable, goes to the monitor. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use our computer here instead of using, here we go. Okay, this is the actual laptop. The laptop, as you can see, it's closed. So we're actually getting the image from the laptop. What I'm going to use here is the camera can just point over here. I'm going to use a touchpad. There's been a lot of questions asked about touchscreen. The monitors, there's an overlay that can be put on the monitor to make it a touchscreen. I highly don't recommend it. I would actually stick with a touchpad. It's much easier to use. It can go right here. You can control while you're driving instead of trying to do the touchscreen while you're driving, which could be very dangerous. And the touchpad works very, very well. We're going to start playing around here, and we're going to start seeing some of the things that I have already, some softwares that I already have installed in my computer. First of all, if you want to go ahead and listen to music, and before we go here, if the camera can point here one last time, we have a few things hooked up to the computer. We have the video output here. This USB here is the touchpad. We have a audio cable here, where if we open the console here, there's an audio input on this car. Some cars don't have the audio input, so you would need some kind of audio card that would go into the radio in the back. And then the last thing we have here on the computer is we have a wireless keyboard. This is a mini keyboard that works very well. So between this mini keyboard and this touchpad here, you can get by pretty easily. And again, there's really no need for a touchscreen. Now, if we're trying to listen to music, what we would do, since we already have the computer hooked up to the auxiliary input, we can just go ahead and pick any song here, and we can actually listen to the sound throughout the car speakers. Okay, so that's the music that's playing in the background. Then we have, for GPS purposes, we have a software that's called Microsoft Streets and Trips. You can hook up a GPS receiver to the computer as well if you need to get by from place to place. Okay. A couple other things I have here. I have something here which is very nice. It's called a Sony Location Free. And in order for us to go there, let me go ahead and shut the music off. I actually have it set up where, from my computer, as long as there's internet service in the area, I can actually hook up to my TV system at home, and we can actually watch television here on the monitor here. We're actually going to turn the TV on.
Anything about computers?
And right now we're watching television. We can also change the channels.
55 lessons on all of the programs.
So I'm actually changing the channels from my house right now from my car. So here we go. Let's see here. Got Bravo.
I put the pasta down. I'm a well barrel.
That channel doesn't exist.
And we wanted to make you bake.
So we can actually be watching television as long as there's some internet service. We can actually access the television from the computer. Having a computer hooked up to the monitor is very nice because you can pretty much do everything you can on your computer, you can actually now do in your car. One quick thing regarding the computer. The image is not a VGA input. That the monitor does not have a VGA input. So because it's an RCA video input, some of the small letterings can sometimes be a little bit hard to see. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people prefer the VGA. But with RCA, you can pretty much do everything else. You can also, what you can do, what I would recommend is, you can make the letters bigger on your computer. This way it'll be easier for you to be able to see the letters. And this is, for example, ESPN. Here you can actually track the sporting events and the scores. Again, once you have internet, you can actually access anything you can from home. One of the things I would recommend on a computer is put some kind of wireless card. I think they go for about, most of them go for about $59 a month, and you can access the internet right from the highway when you're driving. So anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to make sure that everybody knew exactly how the monitor works with computers. Again, it's not a VGA input, it's an RCA input. But again, a lot of the things, the image is pretty good. Again, the small letters are a little bit hard to see, but when it comes to pictures, the pictures are very good, as you can see. The television is good, and a lot of the websites you can see very, very clear. Basically, the only issue would be probably the letters. When it's in small letters, it's going to be a little bit blurry to see. Alright, that's about it, and we're going to shut it down here. And again, if anybody has any questions, just shoot us an email. Thanks a lot.